Well, Balaklava returned home this week with a point to prove after a mixed month that's included competitive losses to two of the top league sides in Hamley, Watchmen Eagles and 2 Wells. The Packers are still well in the finals hunt. They can't afford to let opportunities slip though. They've won 3 of their 6 at home this season and know full well that a win here keeps them in striking distance of the top 4 with just a few rounds remaining. Standing in their way today is Hamley Bridge, a side that's shown glimpses of brilliance but struggled for consistency. The Bombers are coming off an 18-point loss to Virginia and have managed 2 wins all season. But what hurt them the most is their form away from home. They're winless on the road this season and Balaklava Oval is never an easy place to break that trend. The last time these two sides met, Balaklava walked away 25-point winners at Hamley Bridge. Since then, both teams have had their ups and downs this season, but it's the Packers who've kept themselves in the finals mix. Hamley Bridge still have plenty to play for, and pride will be on the line as they look to shake up the ladder late in this season. A strong start will be crucial for the Bombers, who need to bring intensity and discipline if they're going to cause an upset. For Balaklava, it's a chance to regroup, regain their confidence and push towards the finals. For Hamley Bridge, it's about turning effort into results and finishing their season with a statement. Expect a hard-fought contest with plenty riding on the outcome. Will the Packers hold firm at home, or can the Bombers finally break through on the road? Well, welcome here to Balaklava Oval for the Adelaide Plains Football League Round 13 clash between Balaklava and Hamley Bridge. My name is Peter Georginas. I'll be your commentator for this afternoon. Joining me a bit later on, B-grade captain from Balaklava, Les Pearson, will be joining me for some special comments. If you didn't see the toss, Balaklava won the toss and it will kick to the left of the screen. About 13 degrees here at Balaklava Oval. The sun's just come out right before the opening bounce. It's a little bit cold here. It went on the ground earlier on before at halftime of the B-grade game and it's not muddy at all, so it's a beautiful day for football, great conditions. I don't think the wind will play too much of a part in this game. However, it could pick up later on. Well, today Balaklava are wearing a heritage Guernsey celebrating 40 years since their 1985 premiership. It's their reunion life members and sponsors day. There's an auction 8 p.m. in the club rooms and the Balaklava Football Clubs hope that you can enjoy the night with them and join them tonight. Well, as the players get into their positions, we'll see how they line up. I want to thank our sponsors here: Dartfish, Sportal Scoreboard, Classic Clashes, Filming Footy, Archie's, Custom by ORTC, HI5 e-bikes and Kimberley Accommodation Group. Well, we're just about ready for the first bounce of the game. Quite a large ground here at Balaklava Oval, so a lot of running to be done. The umpire's just confirming everything will be good. So the ruckman, Bo Warner for Balaklava and Justin Shahinger for the Bombers. Well, nearly ready here, and we are. So the umpire signals the ball in the air for the start of this game. And we're underway here at Balaklava Oval. Hamley Bridge win the first tap. The Bombers looking for their 3rd win of this season at bottom of the ladder at the moment, coming up against Balaklava, who are 4th. The Bombers get the first clearance to go inside 50. Few players come around with the football. Balaklava can clear. Comes to the hands of Henderson. Jason Henderson gets it away eventually, and Balaklava can move the ball. Handballs backwards, and now they can go forward. Out the other side, now 1v1 contest. Good contest by Nick Taylor from the Bombers, but couldn't quite hold on to the football. Now more players go scramble for the footy. No one can quite get a clean possession. Eventually the Bombers have handballed it out of there. The really fast start from both teams. Kicks it back to the ruckman, Shahinger. Now Shahinger inside 50. Is there a mark to be taken? Dropped it there was Jackson Delena. Now it spills off a few hands. Hamley Bridge pushing, trying to get their way into the goal square, but holding the ball. Free kick going the way to the Packers. Now the kick short, just a required journey to Jared Miller. Miller, they're going to keep going here. Ruiz, the vice-captain, sends it high and long down the middle of the ground. 1v1, just holding on. Tug of the jumper there from Will Dixon. So Hamley Bridge will get the free kick. He's turned it over, however. Now they can keep going here. Balaklava kicks it towards the wing near us. That's Lorenzo Johns. Handballs to a teammate who goes short. Finds Lachlan Hendry. Hendry was bumped as he kicked it. Was fair though. Looks like the Hamley Bridge player came off second best. That was Angus Judd, the skipper for the Bombers. He's still down. Hopefully he's okay. We'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, having the shot is Jared Miller. Is the runner and trainer. Going to look after him, so he's okay. He elected to bump, but I think he might have hit his head accidentally. So Jared Miller for the first opportunity of the game to put a score on the board. He has, but it is a behind. So first score of the day going to the Peckers. 0 goals 1-1 to Hamley Bridge. 0 goals 0-0. The kick out quickly goes to Henry McCabe. McCabe sends it towards the middle. Beautiful kick if he can find the teammate. Try to go to Samuel McCabe, but couldn't quite to his brother. Now Tom Michael with the football. Michael goes short. Finds Lorenzo Johns. Johns just outside the paint of 50 on the other side. Looking for an option inside there. Saw a call coming from Jared Miller. He wants another ping at it. But he goes short instead, and a good pass as well. Now another opportunity for Balaklava. Can't quite spot who that is at the moment, but he's going to go for the shot for the first goal of the game. He's missed, and that was Jason McFarlane. Now Hamley Bridge can go again. Balaklava with 2 early misses. Both shots from distance, one on an angle from Miller before for the Peckers. Now Hamley Bridge turn to go inside 50. They got the first clearance of the match. They got pinged for holding the ball though, so they couldn't make anything from it. Is that a high tackle? No, it's a ball up. Ball up just on the paint of 50. Ruck went a bit early for Hamley Bridge there in Shahinga, but Balaklava can clear the football now through the other side. Lachlan Hendry marks uncontested. He's got Rosenwig there in front of him, but he elects to play on anyway. Finds a teammate, and what a beautiful kick in the middle of the ground. He found Bo Warner, the ruckman for Balaklava. And Warner keeps going down the line. Good mark, held on to, despite the body contact from Bailey Arthur. Arthur now tries to find a man with a low driven kick. It's not paid, it's spilled out of his hands, and Hamley Bridge can clear the football here. Near the wing, 1v1 contest. Now Balaklava have the crummers. Picked up by Lachlan Michael, got it to a teammate. Now it's in the middle of the ground, and that handball was a bit loopy, and just got his teammates' hands as he had to stretch him high for it, and eventually they turn it over though to Hamley Bridge. So the Bombers go through out the other side. Judd kicks it a long distance towards the wing. 1v1 contest, good tackle, just got the handball away. I think though it may have been paid holding the ball. So Balaklava with the football on the outer side. Kick to a 1v1, good mark held on to. Now Balaklava going inside 50 again. Well, it could have been high contact, wasn't paid. Socket over his head anyway though, picked up by Will Dixon. Dixon just got to dribble it towards the pocket, but couldn't quite find a man. Hamley Bridge defending well here, but they can't seem to get it past the halfway point at the moment. Big mark taken, and what a good one as well by Logan Olsen. Did really well. Sorry, Logan Olsen with the football now. Kicks it inside 50. Couldn't quite take a mark there. Balaklava looking for an option with a hand pass. Hand passes backwards. It falls onto Lorenzo Johns. And Johns has got the first goal of the game for the Peckers. So Balaklava strike first. was a great mark, and they just progressed the ball up forward. So it's been all the Peckers in this opening 6 minutes. 1 goal to 8 to Hamley Bridge. Still no score. Hamley Bridge won the first clearance, however, couldn't quite get a score on the board. So we'll resume from the middle. Good tap, 1 there by Bo Warner, and the Peckers can keep going. They go inside 50 again. Dixon dropped the mark, but still picked it up. Snap around the body from Dixon. Is that going through? Tried to shepherd on the line, but punched through by Skeet Manuel for the Bombers. So Peckers will go to 1-3-9 now. Kicks it short to Kylan Bishop. Bishop plays on, sells it Keeney, does that well, gets around his opponent. Now kicks the teammate on the wing right in front of us here, and that's Austin Redden. Redden now looking for his options down the line. He finds one short. And he finds Colin Bishop again. Bishop now is just going to send it to another contest. This time a 2v1 though, and the one was Hamley Bridge, so Balaklava winning that one. And Chad Ruiz, the vice captain, now with the football, just wants to take some time to recover from that knock before, but he's okay. So Balaklava will keep moving the football here. Bailey Arthur with the footy now, handballed it, tried to go to Tom Michael, the skipper, but couldn't quite get him cleanly. And he has been pinged for throwing the ball. So Samuel McCabe sends it inside 50. Hamley Bridge couldn't quite take the mark. They're still lurking around the area though, but Balaklava with the football, handballing it away. Now they go down the other side. Balaklava, really good ball movement here. Great pass in the outer side, and he finds Lachlan Michael, the skipper. Lachlan Michael sends it in to a 1v1. Well, it was Hudson and Batty, but it's been punched over the line, so it'll be a boundary throw-in in Balaklava's forward 50. Comes off hands of Shahinga there. They're clearing high footy. No one could quite get the mark. Picked up there by Jared Miller. There's another tackle laid, and a good tackle by Austin Redden, so it'll be a ball up. Chance for Balaklava to kick it forward if they can get the clearance here. A big throw up by the umpire. Tap down to Edward McCabe. But we'll have a repeat of exactly just what happened. The same spot. Midfielders fight for best position here. Eventually Hamley Bridge, they can handball it away to a teammate. It was Edward McCabe who tried to get it out to Ethan Kane. Couldn't quite though. They dribble it back inside 50 though. Balaklava, stiff arm. Then it gets a handball away, but couldn't quite hit a teammate. Handballed on, they can keep going here. The Peckers, and they've hit the post. Jason McFarlane that was. So 1 goal for 10 to no score to Hamley Bridge just yet. The Peckers leading by 10. Drop mark there from Ethan Loeffler. Probably could have taken it. Now Loeffler wants to make up for his error with a clean tackle there, but couldn't quite get his opponent in Hendry. Now kick goes inside 50 by Jack Pike. Pike, was he, or kicks it inside 50, was taken high there. Yeah. Balaklava player in Batty. No, umpire says a ball up. So a lot of stoppages early on. Eventually came to the ruck there by Warner, but he was late to the contest. And players pile on top of the football, and the umpire hasn't blown the whistle yet. He's waiting for the ball to spill free, and that's exactly why, because that's exactly what it does. And this time another ball up. Very congested game at the moment. A lot of players around that ball in the area. Apart from that, there's 1v1s all around the ground here, so even matchups all across Balaklava Oval. Tap 1 by Shahinga. Shahinga now got to a teammate, but Balaklava turned the ball over. Balaklava need to defend here as Hamley Bridge can try and go back inside 50. It's picked up by Henry McCabe, but he's lost the footy, and now Balaklava can get the ball back. Tim Zavril kicks it out wide and high, but it's gone straight back, but he couldn't quite take the mark, but got the ball off the bounce, but kicked it straight to Jason Henderson. Henderson tried to find a teammate across goals. It's risky if it doesn't pay off because Hamley Bridge could make him pay here. It's a handball away. Snap around the body from Samuel McCabe. It's a high floater. I don't think it's made the journey though. Dropped by Angus Judd, the skipper. The ball's still in play. Judd gets the football, tries to find a teammate, but the kick was too much and it turned it over to James Batty, who'll take possession of the football and kick it down the other side of the ground this time. Out of the wing, he got the free kick for chopping the arms, I think, there. I think that's Lachlan Hendry. Hendry goes back in the 50 to Miller. This time they can move the ball down the other side. Jacob Battle. Umpire said to stand still. Battle now. Nearly turned the ball over. Wasn't the best kick, but they still have the football. Hamley Bridge weren't holding the ball, but didn't quite get the call. It could have been there. Looked like he dropped it, but a ball up. Easy ruck tap for Rosenwig. No ruck for Balaklava. The kick wasn't great though from Jackson Delena. Delena now gets it forward, but it'll be another ball up. This time on Hamley Bridge's 50. Balaklava get it towards the boundary line. Close to it. Hamley Bridge want to keep it alive though. Gets a handball off to Henry McCabe. McCabe inside 50. Is there a mark? There is. Good grab taken by the tall unit in Zach Fairlie. And he's kicked 17 goals this season. He's got 5 times in the best players. Consistent threat for the opposition. Chance to kick Hamley Bridge's first goal of the quarter. 13.5 minutes in. The kick's on the way, but it's gone to the left and it'll stay left. So Hamley Bridge with their first score of the afternoon. 1 goal for 10 Balaklava to 0 goals. 1 Hamley Bridge. Balaklava leading by 9 points at the moment. Favourites for this match. We're short to Lachlan Michael, the skipper. Short to Ruiz, the vice-captain. Now they can keep going here, Balaklava. Tom Michael, the skipper, gets the ball back. He goes out wide. This should be a good switch if they can do it well. Lachlan Michael, the skipper. And they can go inside 50. No one could take a mark though. Hamley Bridge trying to clear the footy. Balaklava's still on it. Got a handball away. Sells a dummy. Lines up for goal, but kick was smothered. Wonderful smother there by the Hamley Bridge defender. A torpedo punt out of there. Fell into the hands of McCabe eventually after it came up a few hands. Is that holding the ball? It is. Great tackle laid by Bo Warner. The right handballs it off to a teammate. He wants to kick it inside 50 and find another one. Couldn't quite spot up the option. Now kicks central inside the 50. There was, I think, Jack Tiller, but unfortunately he couldn't quite, sorry, Jason McFarlane couldn't quite hit a teammate and he turns it over to the opposition. Out wide, they can keep going here, the Peckers. Big ground, so a lot of running to do. Caleb McFarlane, handballs over the top, kick inside 50, no one took the mark, came off the Hamley Bridge defender's hands. They're still back there, Hamley Bridge though, and he kicks it to Skeet Manuel in the goal square. Skeet will go to Robinson. Robinson, he's got Edward McCabe over the top, but the kick didn't quite hit him directly. He had the body contact coming from Ruiz, but McCabe did really well to keep it going forward for Hamley Bridge. Wonderful stuff there by Zach McCabe. And now it'll be another stoppage. Been pretty even these last 8 or so minutes between the two sides. We saw Balaklava strike early. Now Hamley Bridge trying to do the same. Kick comes from Henry McCabe. Couldn't quite. Handball wasn't great. Goes back to McCabe and I think there's a free kick somewhere. I think it might be to the Bombers. It is. It might have been a throw. I'm not sure if it was a holding or if it was a throw. But a free kick has gone to the Bombers. And I think it'll be 25 metres as well. So, certain goal coming up for Austin Redden. And the Bombers kick their first goal of the afternoon. So, the Packers 1 goal 4-10 to Hamley Bridge 1 goal 1-7. Took a while, but the Bombers have their first goal. Come 16.5 minutes into the first. But they've got it. Now it's back to a 3-point ball game here at Balaklava Oval. Just want to thank the Adelaide Plains Football League sponsors Viswater, Sports Power Zorich Group, Sharon, Belgrave Apparel, Synergy Science, Mango Inc., McCracken, Ford Balaklava, and Plains Producer. So Hamley Bridge, that goal might give them a little bit of confidence here. See what happens out the middle. First clearance will go to Edward McCabe. Hits it inside 50. Oh, great mark held onto by Tom Michael. Michael to Arthur. Arthur trying to spot up a teammate in Henry. Said he had the arms chopped, the umpire, so ball will go to Lockie Hendry. Hendry now looking for the options. Into a pack, but it's a 3v1 in Hamley Bridge's favour. Somehow the Packers might benefit from it though. The pressure's elite at the moment. Little spiral, couldn't quite hold on to the mark though. There was Ethan Loeffler. Just got a dribbler forward, but Balaklava with numbers around that footy. So they kick to another 2v1. Hamley Bridge now, Shahinga doing what he does best, tapping the football. Kylan Bishop got it forward to a teammate in Jackson Delena, but two Packers help him get over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Was that hands in the back there from Hamley Bridge ruckman, wasn't quite paid. Redden, clumsy with the disposal. Loeffler got a handball away to Kylan Bishop. Bishop tried to go back to the ruckman in Shahinga, but couldn't quite. Now Balaklava can keep going. Picked up by Shane Moss. Moss got a handball to a teammate in Caleb McFarlane, but he turned the ball over. So Hamley Bridge can keep going. Handballs off to Angus Judd, the skipper. Judd inside 50. Is there a mark? Is he holding? He got the ball regardless. The kick was smothered, however. He's going to keep chasing his own kick here. And there'll be a lot of players fighting for the football, but eventually the umpire says, my footy. So ball up, chance for Hamley Bridge. They've played better these last few minutes here since they've got their first goal. It's been all Hamley. Balaklava a few clearances, but they're coming straight back, and there's another example could be shown here. Good body contact on Nick Taylor. It was fair, and he didn't let him go anywhere, so it'll be a ball up. He's been dominating the ruck so far. Shahinga for the Bombers. Now he's trying to scramble for the football along the floor. Handball from Balaklava though, finds Hendry. Hendry finds Jack Tiller, so he gets it to Battle, and Battle to a teammate. Now they're away, the Packers. They don't want to be caught out here. Lachlan Michael, the skipper, sends it inside 50. Wonderful kick, and finds Chad Ruiz, the vice-captain, directly on the chest. Eventually got into the space and took an easy mark on the chest in the end. So captain to vice-captain now. And they'll have a shot on goal. Balaklava have had 4 behinds on the scoreboard. One of those was rushed, so 3 of them would have been off their own boot. Chad Ruiz, he's gone for goal, makes the goal umpire work, but he hasn't quite made the distance and tapped over the line for a minor score. So the Packers go 1-5-11 to Hamley Bridge, 1 goal, 1-7, 5-point leaders here. Balaklava. Well, the kick was smothered, and Balaklava may give Hamley Bridge an issue here from their defence. You know, the defence has played well so far, but now they're in trouble. And a big mistake there could lead in a goal for the Peckers. Shane Moss will have this opportunity to kick their second goal. We're into time on now here at Balaklava Oval. 21 minutes gone. To extend their lead by 10 points. Shane Moss. Has kicked the goal, and you could definitely know if you couldn't see from the celebration. He's very happy with that one, and the boys are too, and they all get around him. Balaklava with their second. They took a while after their first, but they've got it. And now they lead by 10 points here at Balaklava Oval. I'd like to thank Balaklava sponsors: Terminus Hotel, McCracken Ford Balaklava, Royal Hotel Balaklava, SC Heinrich, the Little Red Grape Brad Michael Building, Max Cabinets, Platinum AG Services, and Joel Wilson Plumbing and Gas. So Hamley Bridge playing well. However, Balaklava just got out the back there, and eventually there's a turnover from fullbacks, the smothering and they're holding the ball call. So Balaklava, great pressure. Hamley Bridge, mistake there from the back line. They want to look to recover and get that goal back pretty quickly though. Edward McCabe was tackled, got the hands away just to a teammate in time. And it goes in the middle of the ground now. Hamley Bridge's turn. Handball's off to Colin Bishop. Bishop finds a teammate. He hit his legs after it bounced towards him. Balaklava with the football, trying to turn it around here. Good mark held on to by Lachlan Hendry. Hendry getting the footy back after the mark has been paid. So Lachlan Hendry now looking for an option for Balaklava. A high footy. Is there a mark to be taken? There isn't. But he got the hands away there, Josh Rosenwig. And there's a sign for quarter time. And the Packers lead by 10 points. Balaklava 2 goals, 5-17 to Hamley Bridge, 1 goal, 1-7. A short quarter there, only 23 minutes. Not many goals, a few behinds for the Packers. So a fast start to Balaklava. They had 1-4-10 on the board before Hamley Bridge could get their first score of the match, which was behind, and they kicked a goal to get it to 3 points. And then another 7 points added on for the Packers with 1 goal, 1 to cap off the end of that first quarter. They lead by 10 points at quarter time, and we'll see you shortly for the second quarter. Well, quarter time here at Balaklava Oval, the Packers lead the Bombers 2 goals 5-17 to Hamley Bridge 1 goal 1-7. Well, around the grounds here, and it's Hamley's Watchman Eagles versus Angle Vale. Now, Balaklava sitting in 4th spot at the moment. If they win this and Hamley's Watchmen lose, they go a game behind Hamley's Watchmen. They're 2 games behind them at the moment, so they're trying to stay in the top 4. However, if they lose today and Angle Vale win over Hamley's Watchmen Eagles, Angle Vale will jump them and get into the top 4. Top 4 makes finals. Balaklava sitting there in percentage at the moment, 3% over Angle Vale at the moment. So must win today for Balaklava against the Hamley Bridge Bombers, who have only won 2 games this season. But anything can happen. Hamley Bridge aren't necessarily playing bad. They just can't seem to get the goals on the board at the moment. They're defending really well, the Bombers, but unfortunately for them, it was a costly goal at the end of the quarter. Short quarter in that first one, 23 minutes only. I believe Les Pearson, the captain of the reserves of the B grade, is going to be joining me for special comments soon. But we're underway here for the second quarter here at Balaklava Oval. Now the Packers got a goal late in that quarter, so Hamley Bridge want to have a fast start. Let's see what the coaches have done at the break, if they've made any changes. Straight away, Hamley Bridge trying to push the ball even more forward. I think Tom Judge just got a little bit disorientated there, trying to find which way he was going for a second. Eventually got the handball inside 50. There's a couple of fumbles around there, and now to be a stoppage and a ball up. So, Hamley Bridge get it inside 50 early on. Trying to find a teammate. Handball's over his head there. Zach McCabe. Around the body from the Bombers. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark though. Jackson Delena. He's going to lay the tackle, but Balaklava have all the numbers in defence, so they can keep going. Handball over the top finds Jared Miller, and they can burst away at the blocks here. Balaklava, good mark out onto. Gets a handball to the man on the run. Logan Olsen. And look at this ball movement for Balaklava. Finds James Batty on the chest. 10 goals this season. Played 12 games and he's got 6 best player efforts. James Batty gets the ball back now and shows us why he's getting those best player nominations. Wonderful pass to a teammate in the 50, and he's seems to be slow to get up after he's marked that ball there. In Jacob Battle. Jacob Battle now. Just throw some grass in the air, the old tactic, to see which way the wind's going to take the kick. This will take his full 30 here. He'd want to make sure he gets the goal. 10 goals. He's kicked it straight through the middle and lets his opponent know about it too. So, the Packers with their 3rd goal of the afternoon. Goal there to Jacob Battle. Cockers here for Balaklava. Hendry with 1. Lorenzo Johns with 1 and Jacob Battle with 1 for Hamley Bridge. Just Austin Redden with the 1 goal at the moment. So a big goal to start for Balaklava. And that'll just push their lead out a little bit further to 16 points now. The umpire's being very lenient with the whistle. He doesn't blow it straight away. He waits for the ball to spill out and then he'll call for a ball up or make another decision. So a lot of time given by the umpire, except on that occasion where there was no opportunity to get the ball out and it was clear. But he's got a good eye, this umpire. I like the way he's going about it. How he lets the play flow. Is that hanging on? No, he says it's a ball up. So, like I said before, a lot of congestion around the middle of the ground. There's players everywhere. They start to spread now. A lot of players around this footy. This is why the game's had a lot of ball ups so far. Tap goes to Angus Judd. Judd kicks it towards the wing. A couple of bounces, but finds a teammate. Hamley Bridge now. Forced a handball backwards, but a good handball goes straight to a teammate. Great vision. He finds Skeet Manuel, and Manuel gets it to Fairlie, who had a bit of time with that mark, just trying to juggle it. Now kicks it inside 50. Good body work there by Austin Redden, but couldn't quite take the mark. A barrel out of there. Bring back the barrel. He kicks it to Jared Miller, who takes the mark. Miller, good vision, finds Lachlan Hendry. Hendry, he's trying to find an option now. He's got players screaming at him from behind him and forward, left and right, everywhere. Eventually he pops it up, but turns the ball over. He tried to go inside 50. So the Bombers, through Skeet Manuel, get the ball out wide. Shahing and the other ruckman can keep going. It gets it to a teammate on the wing. From 150 to the other straight away. The Bombers can go in there. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark there, though, was Austin Redden. It'll be a ball up. Bombers still in the contest, even though it doesn't show much on the scoreboard. It's been a slow start, but Hamley Bridge is still competitive. The umpire with a very high ball up again. Kick didn't make much of an impact, it's just dribbled. And now to be a ball up by the umpire. Ethan Kane thinks he had time to run off there as he stole the ball, but the umpire blew the whistle before he did. So the umpire's call will stand. They can try and keep moving the ball here, Hamley Bridge, but it'll be another stoppage. Leapt early and did really well there by Warner from the Peckers, the ruckman. Hamley Bridge want to keep going. Henry McCabe kicks it a high ball inside 50. Good mark taken. I believe it's Zach Fairlie it is. So Zach Fairlie with a good mark there and an opportunity to kick their second goal, the Bombers. Their first goal directly in front after a 25-metre penalty. Austin Redden with their first. Now Zach Fairlie. Opportunity for their second and a much-needed one to bring it back to 10 points. He's missed, unfortunately, for the Bombers. So they're going to reset here and going to try and lock it in here, Hamley Bridge. Now kicks it towards the middle of the ground, so that could be a turnover here, picked up by Edward McCabe. Gets it to a teammate in his brother, Henry McCabe. There's 4 McCabes out there today. Is that hanging on? No. They can keep going here, Hamley Bridge. So Judd didn't have the football, but umpire didn't call. Hanging on, so now on the other side, Jack Pike is all on his own, can take a few bounces. And now kicks it inside 50 with a tumble punt and punched over the boundary line by Skeet Manuel. So the brothers here, there's 4 McCabes here. Edward and Henry McCabe are brothers. Well, Samuel McCabe and Zach McCabe are brothers. However, Edward and Henry are cousins with Zach and Samuel, and their dads, for between the 2 pairs of brothers, are brothers, if that made any sense to you watching at home. The umpire blows his whistle several times to indicate that Hamley Bridge need to go back and kick it from where the mark was taken. Now they can keep going here. Hamley Bridge kicks it to Callum Robinson. Robinson sends a high ball into a pack. Big flies go, but no one can take the mark. Was fisted away. Now got a handball away for Balaklava. Here comes Bailey Arthur, gets it to teammate in Jacob Battle. Battle to the pocket, and a mark taken once again by Balaklava. This time it's Kyson Shepherd. A bit of an angle here. Does he go to the drop punt? Does he go to the check side? It looks like he's going the traditional drop punt. We see a lot of players do the check side from this sort of angle nowadays, but Kyson Shepherd to kick it for Balaklava, he's missed. So Another behind. For Balaklava to bring it to 6 behinds for this match. Eventually, Hamley Bridge move it through the other side of the ground. Taken by Zach Fairlie. Fairlie now. Beautiful pass. Couldn't quite spot up Loeffler though. He was unlucky to take that one. A bit of a hard mark there, but they tap it to a teammate. Wonderfully done here. They can keep going, the Bombers. Now inside 50. Loads up from long range. It's going to fall on the goal square, and it's going to fall into that man's hands. Austin Redden, who plays on and snaps a goal for the Bombers. His second, their second, and still alive and back to a 10-point ball game here at Balaklava Oval. Get the ball back to the middle of the ground. Hamley Bridge still in the contest, it's only 10 points. Now the Rucks will go at it again. Wonderful tap one by Shahinga, and the second effort was good as well. Gets it to a teammate in Angus Judd, the skipper, inside 50. Umpire says play on, the ball must have been touched. Zach Fairlie around the body. It's bouncing, it goes. I think that might have gone over the boundary line for the last touch possession, unless he had the ball before it went over the line. It would be a throw-in, but I think he didn't. So to be the whistle be blown, they've stopped. I think he's paid the last touch possession. So time back on here. Balaklava trying to clear the football. Couldn't quite find a teammate. Hamley Bridge playing really well to start this second quarter. Almost got the one-hander there, Samuel McCabe, but couldn't quite hold on to it. Now it's Henry McCabe. Gets a handball to a teammate and to his brother, Samuel McCabe. And McCabe misses. So Hamley Bridge out to 2-3. 15 to get it to 9 points. Now takes his time from full back, trying to find a teammate. Good mark though, and great vision to kick it to him. Now Lachlan Hendry's been doing a bit of running. Eventually he's going to find the football, but unfortunately can't hold on to it. Oh, just got onto him. Looked a bit high, or in the back, one of the two. But none of those paid, so it'll be a ball up at the ruck. This game's getting a little bit more physical now off the ball. It's could be a holding free, but it wasn't. So Josh Rosenwig was held onto by Bo Warner, but I think it was an accident. Warner jumps into the ruck and hits it over Rosenwig's head. So it's getting a bit physical around this side of the ground. Is that holding the ball? Umpire thought about blowing the whistle. Eventually it does. And the second time, now Balaklava will get the free kick. Wants to play on quickly. Little handball 1-2. Almost 1-2. Just a little bit of confusion between the Balaklava players. Eventually the kick went from Battle, even though it was Smith Arthur, I think, and Battle got it to Kyson Shepherd. Shepherd now, middle of the ground. Sorry, middle of the 50, sorry. Hamley Bridge still with the football. Clearing kick now. Did you use the body there? Rosenwig used it well and then just flattened his opponent. And you could just feel the tension in this game a little bit, starting to get a little bit more physical than what it was in the first. And the umpire's given Rosenwig a free kick here, so it must have been for dissent or something happened off the ball. But they turned it over pretty quickly though, Hamley Bridge, and Balaklava would just send it back to exactly where it came from, but this time they're in possession of the footy. James Batty now with the football. Batty tried to find a man. There he missed the mark, but his teammate got it. Might have been a decoy, and it's Jared Miller who takes the grab uncontestedly. So Jared Miller for his first goal of the afternoon. It looks good. It is good. And it's 6 points. So 4 goals for the Packers now. 4 goals, 6:30 to Hamley Bridge. 2 goals, 3:15. Hamley Bridge have had their chances in this game, but unfortunately haven't been able to capitalise on the scoreboard. 15 points, double the score at the moment. Hamley Bridge still in the contest. However, if the Packers kick a few more, it looks like they could run away from this, but I can't call the game off too early. Still very early on. Joining us shortly will be Les Pearson, the captain from Balaklava B grade. Back underway in the middle. There'll be another stoppage here. So resume again. Balaklava right a bit behind Rosenwig there. A lot of stoppages in this middle of the ground, but Hamley Bridge trying to get the clearing. Handball away, big bump. Both players took it well and then jumped on him in the tackle. And officially joining me now up in the commentary truck is Les Pearson.
It's on here. There's a bit of passion out here in the ground. Sorry. Thanks for the intro, but yeah, a bit of feeling in this. I've only just this is the first I've seen of it. But has there been a bit of push and shove out there today?
Yeah, well, in the second quarter it's starting to get a bit more physical, but the first quarter not much. But now I think there's more tension in the game. So yeah, I think the mic's on there.
Is it on?
I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, but we'll try and get that sorted shortly as they go back inside 50. The Packers. Scramble for the football, couldn't quite hold onto the mark, kicks it out wide, and that is going straight deliberate out of bounds. So it'll be last possession free kick going the way off Balaklava. I'm not sure what Rosenwig, if he thought the man was there.
Jack Pike.
Or something. But now Pike with the football. Opportunity for Pike to kick his first of the afternoon. Tight angle. And it's gone to the left. It hasn't made the distance. Couldn't quite take the mark in the goal square. Tried to be picked up by Hendry, and I think you're officially with us, Les.
Sorry about that. Got a bit excited. How are we going? Are we talking away here? We good? Yeah, beautiful. Yes, as we said, bit of stuff around the corner there. It's through. Looks like Batty. Yeah, it was Batty. Valuable goal. There's a bit of energy in this contest. These two teams, and you probably recap this at the start, but Balaklava got away to a 10-goal first quarter when they played at Hamley Bridge, and then Hamley Bridge slowly chipped away at the margin for the remainder of the contest, and it wasn't a big margin in the end. So if they can stick around and repeat that dosage, there should be a lot of a fair bit of a prospect for a close contest at the end of the day.
Thanks for that, Les. Really good insight. That's what happened last time.
I was boundary umpiring that game last time.
So last time they played in round 5, it was the Bombers 10-11-71 to Balaklava 14-12-96. Hamley Bridge inside 50, but Balaklava trying to get the clearance straight away. Comes off hands there, smothered to the ball. It won't be paid the mark to Samuel McCabe. I think he's paid a high contact free kick. I think he's threw an elbow or something there, so it'll be a free kick to McCabe anyway. But I think the shot missed, so that score won't count.
Olsen's not happy, but I think it was there, just the late, and we might get a look at it in the delayed replay.
Yeah,
Gee, don't know. Ugh. If you're on YouTube and you're watching that replay, I don't think you're going to see a lot in that. but no luck's a fortune, and you know you've got to take the full opportunity of these chances when you get them.
Samuel McCabe,
good player.
He's going to line up for goal and hits the post. Unfortunately for the Bombers, they can't find their third goal. And it'll bring the margin just to 20 points now. In Balaklava, the kick out wasn't great. Unfortunately for them. Hamley Bridge might keep going with the football. Could have been taken higher, umpire didn't call it. Looks like it's just around the back there. Not sure if you've seen much of the first quarter, Les, but have you seen it? If you have,
I haven't. I've seen the bottom of a few Carlton Dry tins, and that's about it. But again, like these chances that Hamley Bridge are getting early in this, late in the second quarter, they need to take them. And here's another one. Sam McCabe, is it?
there's 4 McCabe's out there today. So
Yeah.
Two of them are brothers. Another 2 are brothers, but their dad are both brothers. If that makes sense.
So Adrian and Luke, I reckon they are.
Edward and Henry.
Adrian and Luke are the dads. And so obviously Luke had an AFL career with Hawthorn and Central Districts. Adrian, a prominent local farm. I hope I've got that right.
You'd know more than me about it. There's Hamley Bridge. Get another behind. So opportunities have come. You can't say Hamley Bridge haven't had chances to make this game closer on the scoreboard. They definitely have. It's been 7 scoring shots for them, but with 5 behinds. A bit like Balaklava in the first quarter. Kick out from Jared Miller. Found a teammate.
What's up, Michael?
Keep going here. So Michael finds Shepherd. Carson Shepherd. A little short one. This on the Tom Michael. His brother. Just on the outside of 50. You'd know if he has the range from here.
Doesn't. Might think he does, but he doesn't.
He's gone short. Eventually, and he finds a teammate. Good kick to Chad Ruiz, the vice captain. So Ruiz now with an opportunity to really hurt Hamley Bridge after they had a few chances at the other end. But
you're right. Yeah, they're spot on. You've got those opportunities to put the scoreboard pressure on. If you miss them, and how often do you see it? It gets let out at the other end. Ruiz is a good finisher, good high quality player. He's just back from his hamstring, second week back from a long-term hamstring. So this will test him.
Ruiz now, the vice skipper, lines up for goal, and I think he's got it. He does.
Great finish. And they hurt. Hamley Bridge coaching staff will be seething with that because they've had a bit of control in that forward 50 area and haven't been able to put it on the scoreboard. They've got the quality up there for sure. Looking at the scoreboard and you look at the behinds, and both teams have been relatively inaccurate, but particularly Hamley Bridge. That previous shot, maybe not Sam McCabe's, but the one prior for the was it Henry that hit the post. Needed to go through 25 out slide angle. It really keeps you within striking distance at half time. But like I said, what we saw last time, 10-goal margin, they whittled it back to less than 4 at the final siren. So they've got it in them.
Hamley Bridge haven't been playing bad. I just think they just can't get the ball through the big sticks, obviously. So they've been playing well with the pressure. The defence has played well, but this quarter at the end of it, they've dropped off a little bit. But still in it though. It's just 4 goals at the moment, 25-point margin. Now they can get the clearance here, the Bombers. Taken away by Edward McCabe, now out to a teammate. And that's kicked straight towards the boundary line and tapped it over there, Zach Fairlife. But
needed to, otherwise obviously that last touch. Big Justin Shahinga's work at ground level there was terrific. It's gone out before the last touch, so
I think that's why they're scrambling for it there.
Yeah, so poor kick out of that transition. They didn't look like they were under a lot of pressure after Justin Shahinga's initial groundwork, the big fella.
Battle with the football now. Wants to go inboard. Short, Jared Miller. Miller gets a handball off to a teammate. Balaklava forced to go backwards. Good pressure from the Bombers defender there. It was Zavrul who got the football away. That loopy handball towards the middle of the ground will work for the Packers. They can kick it from one end to the other now. Good mark, taking good vision, I should say.
This is Moss, his first game back from a broken collarbone. There's a more specific injury, and he'll tell me about this because he'll watch the replay. But he's been out for a good 8 or 9 weeks now, and it's his first game back.
Well, great to see him back here. Shane Moss sends it to a pack into that pocket. No one could take a mark, spilled off a couple hands, tried to punch it forward here. Balaklava's a kick going to hit the post. I think that was Lachlan Michael. I'm not quite sure if that was him there, but he just a quick one there while he's being tackled and hit the post. So
love the clean hands from Dixon on the way out. Didn't get rewarded with the goal, but those little in and under things. I mentioned Shahingas before. He's a quality player for Hamley Bridge in the ruck. Obviously got some SNFL experience. Great kick in too.
Manuel with that kick out for the Bombers. They've turned it over though, but it could come back for them. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Balaklava, now it's just socket off the deck, but it goes straight to Skeet Manuel all on his own. So no one in that area of the 50 for the Packers. And the Hamley Bridge need a goal. They kicked 1-7 at quarter time, and in this quarter they've kicked 4 to bring it to 17. So 10 points to Balaklava's 4 goals to, and Balaklava with 4 goals to the 1 obviously in this quarter, and it's been inaccurate for the Bombers. We thought Balaklava was a bit inaccurate in that first quarter, but now it's the Bombers. So I guess you could say that's the inaccurate end.
Can't blame the conditions though, can we, Peter?
No, it's pretty good out here. It's sunny, it's a little bit chilly, but not much wind, so good day for football. It's on the outer side. Won it forward by the ruckman of Hamley Bridge, Shahinga. Now they can keep going here, the Bombers. They have to go backwards to go forwards. There was a whistle being blown.
It's a throw.
I think, yeah, he's good pick up there, Les. I don't actually see that one. So it's a free kick going the way of Lorenzo Johns. Johns, did he handball that one off?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
He gave it to Batty. It was never on. Batty's a terrific user of the ball, but they're on the switch here and they're out.
So it's taken by Tom Judd. Judd now kicks the man on his own, uncontested, and he's played well. This man, Zach Fairlie, 17 goals this season, 5 best players.
Really good transition. He needs to reward that good team play. It was good footy.
The Bombers have missed their last 4 shots on goal.
Hanging out there.
And you can make it 5 as it just doesn't come back enough. And they've been wasteful, Leslie. You can't say that they haven't had their chances.
Really good transition, though. I mean, that should give them heart. They can hit the scoreboard, and it can turn. You've just got to keep believing. Their structures are good defensively. And obviously they're getting a target inside forward 50. Lockie Michaels sending the ball forward a lot from half back.
Here comes Shane Moss now. He's the high ball inside 50. They've got Bailey Arthur there. He couldn't quite get the marks. They've run the body though, and he's got it despite the tackle. And Arthur's got the goal. I think Balaklava fans have just realised now. They get around him.
The young under-11s lining up for their halftime game and getting behind the boys. But good finish from Arthur. Classy player who's come back from the Eagles set up in the reserves. Obviously a midfielder who covers a lot of ground. Really good vision to see him at the back there and put it to his advantage. But started again from... we go back to the set shot and it's come straight up the middle via the kick-in. It wasn't like Hamley Bridge didn't have time to put together a structure, so either Balaklava's ball use was good or Hamley's structures were poor defensively.
Well, another opportunity for either side to score. We saw the first quarter went for 23 minutes, a very short quarter. This one now just about hitting the 27-minute mark. Bursting out of the blocks there was Edward McCabe for the Bombers. They go inside 50. Is there another chance to get a shot on goal? The ball was just going to bounce over the boundary line. I think it was still in play. Is it? Not sure what happened there. I think it stopped.
I think it stopped prior to going out of bounds, and the Balaklava player was hoping that it would. I loved McCabe's movement there. The tap down, I think, came off Warner's hand, but he read it beautifully, and his movement through the traffic was terrific to get it inside 50.
A little bit of a shallow throw in by the boundary umpire, so he'll get another opportunity as the players say, do it again.
Boundary umpiring is not the easiest job.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't.
They make it look good in the AFL, the way they throw it in, but some blokes make it look really difficult as well.
That throw was a little bit better. Redden,
much better.
Redden now, high football, definitely not going to be paid the required journey. Tried to double fist it forward, but unfortunately just missed the footy completely. A fresh area there as they barrel it out of the middle.
It's Lockie Michael again off that back flank. He's getting a lot of metres gained off that back flank.
Good call there, Les, and now it's going to be a free kick. I think it might have gone higher in the back, one of the two, and the Hamley Bridge coaching staff aren't too happy about that call. And then siren goes, half-time here, and a big quarter. The pile-on from the Packers was massive. 7 goals, 7:49 to Hamley Bridge, 2 goals, 6:18. We saw at quarter time, Balaklava had 2 goals, 5-17. In this quarter, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to get it to 49.
They've reversed that first quarter accuracy factor, and Hamley Bridge has almost caught Balaklava's disease there with what, 1 goal 5 for the quarter.
Yeah, 1 goal, 5. So
some gettable shots too in amongst that. They should come in at half time and think, okay, we've hit the scoreboard not as well as we'd like, but around the ground looks like a relatively even contest. Lockie Michael coming off that half back flank seems to be a problem for them. And because he covers the ground and with his kicking, and it gets at the back, it's really dangerous. It gives the Packers forwards every chance without the Hamley Bridge defence to be able to set up. So that's something that they're going to have to watch in that second half. I thought around the ball though, and even at the stoppages in the contest, they looked okay. There's plenty to work with there. So they're going to have a word there with Burgess, is it their coach? I think they've got but there's some positives to take out of that. If they can get that accuracy up, maybe in fairness, they probably should be 2 goals closer than what they are.
Well, very good observation by you there, Les. So a lot on the line for the Packers today. They sit in 4th spot. Anglevale breathing down their neck just on percentage. So a must win for Balaklava today. Anglevale playing Hammex Watchman Eagles, but the Eagles are 2 games above the Packers. We'll take a short break as we resume the second half after the break. Half time here at Balaklava Oval. It is the Packers leading the way at the moment, 7 goals, 7-49 to Hamley Bridge, 2 goals, 6-18. They lead by 31 points in the second quarter. Blitz in the passage of play when they went inside 50 a lot. They tended to a lot more accurate that quarter.
Well, Pete, you're going to have to commentate through my microphone temporarily, it would seem.
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure what's happened there, but
Balaklava's, obviously they reversed their accuracy factor in that second term to kick 7-7 after they kicked 2-5 in the first term. So the same amount of scoring shots, but the reversal of the accuracy, and that's what's really triggered a large sort of difference in the game. Hamley Bridge inaccurate in that second term with plenty of opportunity. So, we've got a contest on our hands though. Around the ground, it's pretty good. So Warner and Shaheen get us underway.
oh, I'm back underway as well. So see what Hamley Bridge can do if they can fight back. Must win for Balaklava. Like I said before, Angle Vale, Braden down there next in the 5th spot. The top 4 make the finals. Balaklava sitting in 4th at the moment. Hamley Bridge need a fast start to this third quarter. That's not going to help them out. On the ball straight away, they get inside 50 for Lorenzo Johns, and he finds a teammate straight
Batty
away.
at the back.
And James Batty's already kicked one today. He's going to line up for a second. Just want to thank our major sponsors: Dartfish, Sporter Scoreboard, Classic Clashes, Filming Footy, Archie's, Custom by ORTC, HI5 E-Bikes, and Kimberley Accommodation Group.
It's good to see you in your ORTC outfit today. You're looking sharp. It's a high quality label, and you're a sharp dresser. Are you known for that?
Oh, not really, but for more of a messy sort of look. He's kicked that one out in the full, and speaking of messy, that kick was, so...
It's a good little segue, wasn't it? Yeah. And he swore, I think, and he's given away a free kick.
Oh, has he?
That's subsequently.
Okay, there must be very... I thought he kicked it out in the full anyway, but... So, Hamley Bridge will kick it out wide, but it's going to come back. The clock hasn't gone on the scoreboard just yet. We've had about a minute played. If you're looking at the scoreboard on the stream, that is incorrect. Just look to the bottom left. The scoreboard's correct, but the time isn't. So, chance for Balaklava. Snap around the body. Was it touched on the line by... I think it was touched by Carson Shepherd accidentally.
It was touched off the boot prior, and I think that's why he tried to get his hand up and influence the ball, because it was touched off the boot of Batty.
So now it's going back after a turnover from Pike. Who'll kick it inside 50. And did he hold on to it there? But he's claiming the mark. Balaklava want the mark. The umpire says no, it will be a ball up. And it looked like a mark to me. I'm sure you'll see it in the replay of what we've got on the screen here.
He's not complaining too much, is he? I think he did. I think he did go to grasp at one of those ones. He tried to con the umpire, but
we'll get you to
watch it.
Confirm that in a second as the ball's on the way again. Hamley Bridge really need to get out of this half of the ground. They can run down the wing now. Kick.
Yeah, I don't think that was a mark.
Kick comes from Sam McCabe. Thanks there, Les. Now it's a 2v1 contest. Balaklava there. Was he held there, Tim Saverill? He had an arm out and just laid a tackle on his opponent. So ball up.
Really good contest. I mean, but like from the start of the quarter, 3 or 4 inside 50s already. Hamley Bridge have to switch on here.
So now in the ruck for the Bombers is Redden.
The umpire's gone down.
The umpire has gone down indeed.
Harris, is he all right? He's up. That's
up.
okay. That's the main thing.
Balaklava trying to get it towards the other end again, and they can keep going now. He's the 1v1. He tried to go the fist there. Callum Robinson couldn't quite get connection with the football, and he's holding the ball. Kylan Bishop.
Good tackle by Johns.
Free kick going the way of Lorenzo Johns. Johns now, you can see he's tattooed on his left side. Throws it onto the right boot and kicks in the middle of the ground. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. They can keep going here, Hamley Bridge now. They turn the ball over. Balaklava. Skeet Manuel gets the ball out to try and find...
He seems to be the guy, Skeet Manuel. Seems to be the guy they want to be kicking out of defence. He's been kicking in as well.
This guy, Fairlie, has been playing well as well. Kicks it a high ball inside 50. He couldn't quite take the mark there, Rosenvig. And it'll be another stoppage. So... umpire will ball it up.
Adam Harris, he looks okay after that early stack a couple of minutes ago. He's moving well.
Ball up here. Rosenwig takes the footy, but is dispossessed. But I think it was knocked out of his hands. So it'll be another stoppage.
I don't think Balaklava knew who was rucking them, because the Hamley Bridge ruckman went up by himself.
It's been happening quite a bit today. So eventually they get the ruck in there. Tapped it backwards to potentially Hamley Bridge advantage. Maybe another stoppage. A lot of stoppages in this match. We saw before. You weren't here for it, Les, but the umpire's been very lenient with the ball. So when it's mixing around on the floor with a lot of players on top of it, he'll give him a bit of time to get rid of it. So see if he does the same in the second half. And now he's looking for another ball up.
So interesting tap from Warner before. You mentioned possibly going to Hamley's advantage. It definitely went forward towards their goal. Lorenzo Johns was at ground level, but yeah, dangerous tap, dangerous area. Might be a tactic.
Potentially they might want to go backwards to go forwards, but speaking of going forwards, Hamley Bridge tried to, and it was Edward McCabe. He tried to burst through 4 players there, and you could hear the cry ball all around with the defence from Balaklava, and eventually they get the free kick and they get their wish granted. So the Packers can keep going here. Short pass, he finds Chad Ruiz, the vice captain. They'll kick him board, but unfortunately it's turned over, but then it's turned over again. So it's a bit of 1-2 on the turnovers. Loopy handball from the captain, Lachlan Michael, finds Jacob Battle to Arthur. There's a few handballs going. Now the kick comes from Miller, a dribbler along the ground, and it just bounced inside 50 before the Bombers can clear it. Takes a mark on his own there, Jacob Battle.
This is Battle's 5th touch in this passage of play. Now, one of those kicks was off his right, which was awful, but his other 3 have been actually really good. And the way they've moved the ball and switched it across, it was pretty good, apart from the inside 50 from Miller.
1-2, finds Miller. Now Miller inside 50 again. No one could take the mark. Now shot on goal for Hamley Bridge, and it's another behind us. Not going to help them at all.
It's young Jack Tiller. Yeah, a good crumb. And yeah, the transition was really good, apart from a skill error, but otherwise, positive.
Now this comes to Jackson Delena. Delena's been tackled by Tim Zavril, so it'll be another ball up, this time in Balaklava's attacking half.
So we saw Zavril lay that hold in the ball, tackled in the back pocket prior. Now he's laying tackles on the forward 50 as well, so he's covering some ground.
Be yet another stoppage. 3 behinds in this quarter for Balaklava to just the 1 for Hamley Bridge, I believe. I think. Was there a point before from the Bombers? Might have been out in the fall before, so I think the scoreboard is correct. Apologies, my mistake there. Hamley Bridge haven't scored yet, but Balaklava, they might do so. High footy from Bailey Arthur. Couldn't quite bring it to a teammate. Now they're fighting for the football near that goal square. Snap around the body. High footy from Kyson Shepherd. It's called play on. It's touched towards the goal square. There's a lot of players trying to go for the football. I'm just waiting for the ball to get thrown, go flying through the big sticks there with a snap around the body. But good tackling, good pressure from Hamley Bridge. Now it's a ball up right in that goal square, and they punch it through their own goals. So it'll be a behind to the Bombers.
Good desperate defence there. That was a chance for Balaklava, particularly with Arthur running on his right foot from that tap from Bo Warner.
So the Bombers now can go down the other side. This man's been influential today there, Rosenwig, but sorry, Shahinger got the rucks confused there, but he's done well there. Now I've got the ball forward through Loeffler. Loeffler goes inboard and tries to find Bishop. Finds him. Bishop's been, I think he's been taken.
The mark was taken anyway, so it would have been a free downfield, but the mark was taken.
Yeah,
he's been a good presence for them forward. He's obviously a target. He's been leading up quite well. They can get some reward here for their effort, because they've been defending quite a bit this quarter at the start. How far are we in? 7 or 8 minutes in. They've done a lot of defending. They've gone inside 50 for the second time this term. Get something on the scoreboard here, give your team some momentum.
Zach Fairlie, little stutter in his run up. Puts it to the left, it's hit the post, so another behind for Balaklava. It's 7-12, 54 to 2-7.
That's a point for Hamley, that one.
Sorry, Hamley, apologies. Got my teams mixed up there. So to bring it to 2-7. A dangerous kick out. Could have been paid on the ball there on Chad Ruiz, but the umpire said he got a handball away. Big fly comes from James Batty. He's not paid the mark, so I think he's come off hands, dropped it. It might have been touched this time. It should be. Still again, so I'm not sure what's going on there. The umpire's put the whistle away. It looked like a few marks in that. I'm not sure what you saw, Les, but...
Looked like it was touched.
Oh, touched? Okay, so you've got a better eye than me then.
I was just guessing.
Injury. now with the football trying to scramble it.
Love that from Kyson Shepherd.
Shepherd got it now. They can keep going. Batty. He's kicked a 1v1. It goes over everyone's head. It's bouncing towards the goal square. A foot race for the football. He slips over. Hamley Bridge have to get 3 defenders, but they've got to watch out for the crumb. Eventually their tackle comes. It'll be a ball up.
Yeah, again, good defence. That was Moss, one out. Batty didn't really have a lead to kick to. Tried to give it to his advantage.
In the ruck now, it's Kyson Shepherd on his own full Balaklava, and often you see that, and he's just going to rush it over the line there. Tom Judd. They're going to kick out really quickly, but the kick didn't quite find the man, and the man sort of stumbled when the ball came to him. I think that was Isaac Stair. I'm not quite sure if it was him, though. As they clear the football out, but Balaklava going to send it straight back inside 50, you'd think.
This is Fletcher.
Fletcher now with the ball. Sends a whistle. Something must have happened off the floor.
Had to be swearing. Had to be.
So they're hot in that, swearing the umpires.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one. It's been in for about 6 weeks now, and if the umpire can definitively determine that someone has sworn and they know where it's come from, they will. And even the bench is subject to those same rules. They're very, very strict on it.
So I'm sure who's kicking this one. If you can,
it's Fletcher.
Fletcher is going to go for goal. Was that touch? Is that a goal? The goal says goal.
I do not believe it. And I see it, but I don't believe it. That would be his first goal of the year. Noted defender. You'll see where he lines up. He's usually deep in defence and arguably not the most reliable shot at goal. But he deserves that. He worked hard. He took the intercept mark, and the subsequent 25-metre penalty put him within range, and it's just got over the goal line, and he will love that. He will be talking about that for some time.
Matthew O'Leary Fletcher with the goal there. He's played a bit of ruck. He's back at ruck, they told me today. So
yep. So he's back on Fairley, is it? Is it number 30? Yeah, Zach Fairley. So they're head-to-head. You can see him lining up deep in defence here. And he's got a goal, so he'll be happy with himself. One for the defenders.
At the middle, Hamley Bridge need something, anything. They're running out of time here. 11 minutes gone in this third term, and they are down by 41 points. They need 7 goals, and it's looking unlikely for Hamley Bridge. I wouldn't call it over just yet, but they need some momentum at the end of this quarter, Les.
Yeah, 41 points halfway through the third. They're going to have to swing some changes or string together some goals. They haven't scored a goal this quarter, and look, they've been doing a lot of defending.
We saw it in the AFL last week with St Kilda and Melbourne. They were 46 points down at three-quarter time, and they came back. So anything is possible.
Who's their messiah? Who is it? It's got to be one of the McCabe's, or someone's going to have to take control of this match for Hamley.
Zach Fairlight.
Try and turn it.
Zach Fairlight's played really well, so he's might be a recipient for that. They can try and get it inside 50, but a big barrel comes out.
Love that.
The 50, and it looks like a trip there. It might have been paid high. It's paid high.
Oh,
so
it's gone against him now. The Hamley Bridge bench are not happy with that, and I don't blame them.
Mixed call from the umpire. Could have been trip, could have been high. He went high, and Balaklava is the recipient of the free kick. Dixon now inside the 50. Couldn't quite take them out. You could hear the slap from up here. And they want to throw him.
And look like a throw too.
It was a tackle without the football. It was a sling tackle.
Oh, this is and I mean, by the letter of the law, maybe, but it looked like a fair tackle to me.
It looked like he was holding the man, I think, but he paid
I think he's playing the slinging action with the way he moved his signals his hands, Will Dixon, and I think he's got the interpretation kind of. Oh, gee, we saw the replay just then because we're on the delay. No, I don't know how I feel about that one.
Kyson Shepherd to make it really hard for Hamley Bridge. He's made it hard for himself. He's actually kicked that one and hasn't made the distance or the accuracy. Now Hamley Bridge can go down the other side. They want to move it quickly here. They can't quite find a teammate. It's going to come back in again, and this is where they can hurt him the most. 4 Hamley Bridge players just looking at the football, just bouncing between the 4 of them. No one can get to it, and eventually we'll have another stoppage. They kicked the 1 point in this quarter. The Bombers to the Peckers. 1 goal, 5. So, like we said, the inaccurate end. They can keep going here. The Peckers just slipped over. Would have been paid on the ball, I think, if he got tackled, but he just got the hands away. Now the players jump on top of that one.
It was Tiller reading that stoppage and losing his footing at a critical time.
Did well to recover, however. Now slapped away from Shahenga. hanging out. They can get their handball away. Hamley Bridge. The kick went backwards. I see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, I like the idea. It was innovative, but it didn't execute.
Didn't quite pull it off. He looked like he just dragged his opponent off the football. They didn't quite pay it. The umpires put the whistle away, it seems, in this third quarter. Henry McCabe now with the football for Hamley Bridge. They get some hands going throughout that other side. They can keep moving it here.
Can they get a switch on from the middle? There's a player out here on the wing, and they're going to bypass him again.
Kane inside 50. Couldn't. Oh, he has actually. He's taken the mark. I think it's a good mark. I think it might be Jackson Delana, number 36, if I can see correctly. From outside 50, gives it a big kick.
Near side.
There's a whistle been blown.
And he swore.
Okay. Does the behind count still?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's just the footy comes right out to the 50. Oh.
So.
And the switch is on here. They've got Tom Michael here, who's just come on the ground. Can he get hold of it? Or they're going to go back through the corridor?
Well, if I don't think, the behind is paid, but if it's a downfield free kick, does the behind should be paid or not?
Yeah, the behind would count. It's just the free kick afterwards.
Henderson.
This is Arthur.
Finds Bailey Arthur. Arthur, the high footy.
Shahingers goes to stand under this. Does well.
Hamley Bridge can still move the ball out of there.
Terrific kick.
Edward McCabe that was. Now they can go inside 53. Ethan Loughlin.
Poor kick.
And it unfortunately turns it over, and Hamley Bridge can't seem to find a goal at the moment. We've had 15 and a half minutes played so far. Come off the hands there of Isaac Stair. Now the ball was close. It was close to the boundary line, but he's played a high contact free go on the way.
Looks like Hendry?
Of the Packers. Yes, it is. Lachlan Hendry. Hendry now sends it to a pack. It might be lost some hands. It does. It goes to Callum Robinson, and he gets tackled by two.
Cal Robinson, a reliable defender for Hamley Bridge over many years.
Get another ball up, and all on his own. It just takes it out the ruck. Good smother, very good smother by Hendry. But I'm not sure why they left Shahinga on his own in the ruck. The ball.
Where was the ruck?
The ball goes forward. They've had that a few times today, Balaklava, where they haven't had a ruckman. Eventually get the hands away. It goes to Dixon, so the Balaklava can move it. If they mess it up here, Hamley Bridge, though, they could be penalised. Eventually they clear it. But Spoil went behind him, so it wasn't an effective spoil. A wonderful kick there from Jackson Delana. Gets a few applause from the crowd for that kick. Now inside 50. It was punched away by the Balaklava defender. Handball onto Logan Olsen.
Are they out here on the rebound?
Middle. Now they can go around the other side. Jason McFarlane is gone towards the middle of the ground.
What was there? I'm not sure what he saw, but it wasn't much movement from any Balaklava players.
McCabe sends it inside 50 for the Bombers. Couldn't take a mark. It's close to the goal square. It's trickling through, and it trickles over the goal line. I think it was rushed anyway. So a point to the Bombers again. Now they kick out quickly. They go and find Battle. Now they can now go with a handball, and they can kick it towards us near the commentary truck, but couldn't quite make its way to a teammate. I guess Hudson got the kick away, but he was been bumped while he kicked it, so it might have affected the kick a little bit. And there'll be another ball up. A lot of stoppages in this game so far.
So it's 1-5 to what? 1-3. Sorry, so 3 points this quarter. So like it's not a big in terms of the game, the context of it, and the margin. It's not a big blowout. I mean, Hamley Bridge, if they can pick one or two off late here, they can give themselves a chance. But what they're doing inside 50 is just not quite working for them at the moment.
And a whistle free kick going to the Bombers. So Austin Redden now, he's kicked 2 goals for them. He's kicked their only 2 goals, I should say. Now's an opportunity. If they can get boot to ball here, can they soccer it through? I think he's gone through touched over the goal line there.
He's scored a point.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah. Redden's had a terrific quarter. I think he's been a bit of a presence up there. Again, just no reward on the scoreboard.
Balaklava will take the kick out now. Now they can keep going at the other side. It's taken by Jared Miller. Miller gets a handball away after he was tackled. The Bombers trying to go back inside 50. There's something off the ball here.
It looks like Miller has taken exception to a bit of attention. And
it's on off the ball. There's a bit of push and shove going on. I want to be careful out there. I'll get a better look on that with my binoculars to see what's going on. There's still players pushing and shoving.
So what's going on here? There's a player being shot for goal meanwhile. Ethan Kane And this will be interesting for some reward. He's pulled it to the left. No, he's got it.
Finally, Hamley Bridge kicked their third goal. It took a while. However, it finally came. They were in trouble for a minute because their lowest score this season is 4-10-34. That was against Malala in round 7. They can still achieve the lowest score today. They've got 3-10, but a goal will equal that. So, haven't been the best today, but however, they're still in the contest. So it's only 5 goals to 32 points on the scoreboard. So 8-12-60 to 3-10-28. Thank you to the LA Plains Footy League sponsors: Viswater, Sports Power, Zorich Group, Sharon, Belgravia Apparel, Synergy Science, Mango Inc., McCracken Ford, Balaklava, and Plains Producer.
Yeah, so I mean, 1 goal apiece in this term. It's relatively even. If they can pick one off, they can win the term.
Tapped down by Schellinger, couldn't quite find a teammate though. So like you said, Les, if they kick another goal here by Hamley Bridge, it could make things interesting. 32 points at the moment. It was 41 at one stage. A few behinds from the Bombers came in late. And they've kicked 1 goal for this quarter. Opportunity for them to go again. Got the tackle. Rewarded for the tackle. Holding the ball. And it's going to be Bailey Arthur. Arthur now kicks it to a teammate in Will Dixon. Dixon finds a man with Jared Miller. Miller now goes inside the 50. Is dispossessed with the football. They want to hold the ball. Hamley Bridge, they're not going to be happy if this goes through. It's bouncing towards the goal line. Did it hit the post? Did the play hit the post? Oh, controversial here as the Packers get another goal.
Looks like Moss, very opportunistic. Love the way Ruiz attacked the contest there. I mean, he's probably been a real X factor in this match from what I've seen. Ruiz with his explosiveness around the ball. It's a vital goal to get in terms of Hamley Bridge mounting a comeback and just silencing them prior to the 3/4 time break. A bit iffy maybe on the throw there. I think the Hamley Bridge bench was up and about looking for a free. Didn't get it, and subsequently Moss has finished with a great goal.
Is that that's Moss there? So that's his second of the afternoon. So the Packers leading the way pretty comfortably now. It's 38 points. The Bombers want to get another one before 3/4 time. It'll be vital for them. Into time on now here at Balaklava Oval. A high ball goes inside 50. There could be a mark to be taken. Spills off the hands of the Balaklava defender. It's gone towards the goal square, but I think he's dribbled that one out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he's tried to have a shot at goal and it's gone through for out of bounds and last touch rule, and the Packers have to bring it in.
So, Balaklava now with the footy. They want to lock it in here, Hamley Bridge. Good mark taken.
The Tom Michael.
Tom Michael. Now they can keep going with the handball chain down the outer side. He finds Shane Moss, who just kicked that last goal. Their highest goal kicker today. They've had a lot of individuals there. Balaklava, he's kicked 2. Now they can keep going here.
They've got nothing out in this wing though, so they're going to have to bring it back or pick something off through the centre.
Taylor's going to go for a run. He's taken 2 bounces. He just...
Yeah, see, they're outnumbered, and that's exactly what I just spoke about. Yeah. He had nothing to go to. He should never have taken that kick on.
1 goal, 1 player to 4 there in Balaklava's favour.
Yeah, so he had to really hold it up and then look back the other way. Inexperience will do that too. He had a great game last time they played Taylor.
Arthur to Miller. Jared Miller. He can go short. They need a man up here, Hamley Bridge. I'm not sure if they're trying to see out the end of the quarter. There still might be a bit of time to go, but they definitely need a goal. So manning up is essential right now.
Yeah, it looks like some tempo footy being played at the moment, Peter.
They can go in the middle of the ground. Dangerous to do so as he dragged off the footy there. The Hamley Bridge midfielder, not quite. The umpire says play on. Bailey Arthur now with the football inside 50. Use the body there well. Shane Moss. Moss is still in the area. They get a handball to the goal squares. He got boot to ball. I think it was over the line before he could claim it. So behind, going the way of Balaklava, 9-13, 67.
He's moving well though, Moss. He's looking dangerous. He's a bit proppy when he gets up now, but he's certainly dangerous when the ball's going forward.
Okay, Hamley's 3-10, 28, and they can keep going here. Balaklava, handball just on the edge of the 50. Hamley Bridge. They've got numbers around the football.
Should
he
finish
wants
here.
to go himself. And he gets the goal, I believe.
No, he's missed.
Oh, it looked like the goal umpire had. I thought he had two hands out there, but he didn't. He had one.
He sort of does the he sort of
hands.
yeah, the old-fashioned sort of style, really.
Balaklava, chance to move it out of the back 50 now.
Should have kicked that goal though. It was a good bit of play, and they needed that reward.
Opportunity, gone begging there. Could there be a big mark taken? Not quite.
Tiller.
From Jack Tiller. Almost got up there, but couldn't quite take it. Tries to fend off an opponent there. Angus Judd, if he got tackled, had been holding the ball. Three-quarter time here at Balaklava Oval. The Packers continuing their second quarter dominance. It's 9 goals, 13-67. Hamley Bridge, 3 goals, 11-29. The Packers kicked 2 goals, 6 in that quarter, to the Bombers, 1 goal, 5. So inaccurate from both sides. And at the three-quarter time break, it's a 38-point margin to the Packers. Sitting in 4th spot, it'll be a good win if they can hold it, though. They're going to need something big in the final term. Hamley Bridge. Thank you to our sponsors, Dartfish, Sporter Scoreboard, Classic Clashes, Filming Footy, Archie's, Custom by ORTC, HI5 E-Bikes and Kimberley Accommodation Group. Three-quarter time here at Balaklava Oval. The Packers leading the way at the moment by 38 points. We'll be back shortly after the break. Three-quarter time here at Balaklava Oval. The Packers leading the way in an inaccurate third quarter for both of these teams. We saw the Packers kick 2 goals, 6 to Hamley Bridge, 1 goal, 4. Hamley Bridge, well, they need about 7 goals in this final term, Les, to get back in it. It's unlikely, but never impossible.
7 unanswered goals too, and that's the tricky part. Is that like while they're around the ground, it's been pretty competitive. Balaklava's had enough inside 50 feed to kick a winning score at the moment.
Well, let's see what happens. Underway in the final term here of this round 13 clash between Balaklava and Hamley Bridge. Straight away, the Packers want to finish this off, and Shane Moss again is going to have a shot on goal now. He's kicked 2.
Looked dangerous, hasn't he? And he would be just finding his feet. They've already got a rotation here. Like the siren's only just gone. Battle's coming off Jack Pike, and it must be a problem there. But really good clearance work from I think it was Ruiz to Warner to Battle, and then a great contested grab by Moss. Usually a good finisher. I wonder if he's been practicing in his injury downtime.
He's been their highest goal kicker today, Shane Moss.
It's a good finish.
And you can make 2 into 3 as he kicks his 3rd for the Packers, their highest goal scorer. Goal scorers here for the Packers. 3 goals to Shane Moss, that was his 3rd just then. James Batty with 1, Chad Ruiz with 1, Bailey Arthur with 1, Lorenzo Jones with 1, Jared Miller with 1, Jacob Battle with 1, and Matthew O'Leary Fletcher with 1 for the Bombers, 2 for Austin Redden. And there was another one there. I think, I'm not quite sure, I don't think I've got it on here. I'll get that to you shortly, apologies for that. I'm not sure if you remembered, Les, who it was who kicked that 3rd goal for Hamley, but now
I'm useless.
Yeah, now it's going to make it really difficult with that goal there. Lachlan Michael, the skipper, got a handball away with it. That tackle was really good, holding the ball. So Zach McCabe wins the free kick. McCabe wants to go quickly now. Inside 50, McCabe, can he find the target? 2 Bombers crash into each other in the air. No one could take the mark, and eventually the ball trickles towards the outer side of that 50. They're going to handball it back in, but here comes the pressure from Balaklava. Great tackle by the skipper, Lachlan Michael. He's had 11 games this year. He's kicked 8 goals. He's had 8 best player nods this season.
He's been in the back lines most of the day, and it has been the catalyst in the rebounds from Balaklava's point of view.
Like we said before, Hamley Bridge 6 points away from their lowest score, and now it's going to be 5 as it's 3-11-29, their lowest score, 4 goals 10, 34 against Malala.
They've had opportunities. I mean, that's a tough chance, that one. And then the inside 50 before, 2 players going up for it, it's effectively spoiling each other.
It's going to make it really hard for the Bombers. Henry McCabe this time, just beats his man from 50, loads it up to the top of the goal square. Good mark taken, and this time there'll be opportunity to kick a goal, and this one should go through, you'd think. You never know, players do miss him. It's Zach Fairlie. He's probably been one of their best players today for Hamley Bridge. Now, he wants to take it quickly, and probably smart to do so. Can't take the full 30 because they need a lot of goals to come back, and there's one of them, so they avoid their lowest score of the season.
Good finish, and a great contested grab, first of all, from McCabe. Put it to a dangerous spot, and Fairlie's been pretty dominant in the air, and probably the most prominent forward target. So, you know, it makes sense to target him, put it inside 50. We've seen Austin Redden in that 3rd term as well. They've got very similar players in the way they move and the way they present. So they've got some weapons. Just, I don't know what you put it down to. But the Balaklava around the ball and its general depth has been probably better.
Back underway in the middle. Hamley Bridge with the last goal just then. They need 7 unanswered to hit the lead, which is very unlikely, but they've got 1, but after Balaklava kicked there first, so back to square 1. Big tap forward from Shahinga, but they've turned the ball over here, Hamley Bridge. Now Balaklava can keep going.
It's from McFarlane.
Inside 50, almost. Good mark taken by James Batty. He's kicked 1 today already. They're screaming for his name down forward. He says he wants to throw it on to the left-hand side of the 50. And good vision, couldn't quite hold on to the mark. Came off his back there. as they can move the ball through. Tom Judd now, they can try and go here, the Bombers, if they're not stopped by Balaklava. McCabe finds a teammate on the outer side. Can keep going. Now they try and cut inside 50. Goes over everyone's head. Couldn't quite take the mark. Handball out of there. Stolen by Angus Judd, the skipper. And couldn't quite...
Changed his mind mid-kick, didn't he? But he's recovered nicely.
He has, and he's always pelted it into Colin Bishop. And Bishop's been taken in a tackle.
Don't think it was meant for him.
Yeah.
I think he just got in the way of it. A great second effort after changing his mind, dropping the footy and picking it up onto his left, unfortunately kicking it into a teammate.
So, tapped away again. The umpires called it a ball up. It was pretty quick to blow that whistle.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, get the ball moving.
So, is there another stoppage or is there clearance? There's a holding off the ball actually, so it's a free kick to Balaklava, so it won't do Hamley Bridge any favours.
It's gone to Ruiz. I don't think he just took possession.
No, he grabbed him off it. I think he caught him off it there. So, Ruiz, now with the football, you're going to have to pick a player to receive the Archies for the best player on the ground this afternoon. I know you'd have a few, Les, you know, get
It's a good contest
shortly, but meanwhile,
that's from Fairley.
Suck it off the deck from Fairley to Ruiz.
It's been terrific, Ruiz.
And they can keep going here, Balaklava. They kicked in the middle of the ground. I'm not quite sure what that kick was there from Miller. Made a meal of it. Now they can go inside 50 again there. Bombers, was he holding on? Yeah. If it wasn't paid the mark, he had to get
It's
something.
one of those ones where he was cold, wasn't he? He had no right to play on the ball, unfortunately. And he's put it past this.
Henry McCabe, dangerous if it doesn't work, I think. It was it's mark anyway, but it wasn't holding again.
I mean, he's closer, but he's on a tighter angle. I'd hope this is Redden again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got some form on the board, but yeah, it was a contest prior that it was either going to mark it, it was going to be a free kick. One of those ones you could just see from the get go. But the kick from Miller, interesting decision.
I think this is for his fourth potentially. He's got it straight through the middle.
It was spinning sideways, but it went straight. Yeah, good reward, and you know, great vision from McCabe. He's done some really good things forward of centre. Ruiz for Balaklava actually had a lot of play there. He's directing the ball from half back, but the turnover came and they were able to influence hit the scoreboard with their opportunity there. And the margin, we're back to 32.
Yeah, I think I found that goal kick. I think it was Redden. He kicked his third at that end, so he's got 4, I think now. So. He's got most of their goals. Redden, he's got about 80% of their goals. So 4 goals to him and Fairley with just the 1 at the moment. They can keep going Hamley Bridge and maybe score a few more, make it interesting. They're still in the first 10 minutes. I know it's very unlikely, but what do you think, Les?
Well, they're in striking distance. In reality, I mean, it's a beautiful day. I mean, if they can get a run on, anything's possible.
Anything is possible indeed. We saw the margin at 3/4 time. It was 39 points, I think, with the scoreboard and how notes being a bit different, but 39. So it'll be a big come from behind win for Hamley Bridge if they can get their 3rd of the season, but it's probably unlikely. Handball couldn't quite find Lachlan Michael properly, but then they recover well here, the Peckers. They can go and find another teammate and couldn't bounce.
After to Dixon,
Yeah, couldn't quite bounce into Dixon's hands, but they can still make him pay here. Goes back to Dixon. Dixon, shot on goal could be socket through its touch. So the kick was a little spiral.
Yeah, it was a real mongrel. It wasn't great. Loved Ruiz's work out the stoppage to soccer it first of all backwards, take possession, and then set up the forward play. He's been influential.
Hamley Bridge need to go from 150 to the other here. Handball over the top. Good loopy hand pass. They can keep going. They've got numbers out. They need to find one inside 50, and I can see a man. It's Redden. He's picked 4. They want to go inboard though to McCabe, so there's time to man up on him. And well, didn't really need to man up if you're on your own.
It was a poor inside 50 from McCabe, who's been really good so far this game, and we've got to give him credit for it. It was actually a nice transition from Hamley Bridge. They had numbers out. Their work rate was terrific, but they're living on the edge here. One more goal to Balaklava ends the contest effectively, so they've really got to put the next one on, or she's all over.
I'm sure Hamley Bridge would be definitely thinking that they desperately need a goal quickly. The ball's bouncing out of his reach a little bit. Is that going to be paid on the ball? I'm not sure if he disposed of it correctly. Is that going to be paid? No. So eventually they get their third opportunity. Declan Redden can kick the ball to a teammate and keep going here. Hamley Bridge, they will. Now this kick has to find a man inside 50. In the pocket, couldn't quite take the mark. Ethan Kane. The ball's still in play though. And Balaklava will push them over the boundary line. Yeah,
it's a dead pocket there. They've got to bring it to an attacking position on the ground if they're going to win this game. And working it around the scoreboard side is probably not going to be the go if they're trying to win.
So Balaklava, the tumble punt out of there, but it could come straight back. Drop the chest mark, and he probably should have taken it as well, and he'll be spewing after that one. Probably
wasn't expecting it to get through the hands in front of him.
Opportunity could have been for Hamley Bridge. He's been played well today, Shahinga in the ruck for Hamley Bridge. He's been one of their better players. Handball to skip Manuel. Manuel has a bounce. Now he goes across the ground here. Can this work out in Hamley Bridge's favour? It's a battle of the foot race, and
Miller did really well there.
Stole the ball off of him there. They can keep going. High footy.
It's going to have to be batty.
It's touched from.
Well, he's brought it to ground. He's brought it to ground, and Tiller's swooped on that, and it's at the back. Going to go out of play for a kick in, I believe. But really good play from Miller to intercept that ball and set up the chain of handballs that's led to that inside 50.
Short ball to Bishop. Bishop over the top. This is where they use the ball well. They just can't get it.
Can they bring it back through the middle, Pete? This is the question. I mean, it's all well and good to be out there, but they've got to get it back into an attacking position.
Great body contact from the ruckman, Shahinga. Now they can go inside 50, and this is where they're lacking. They can do the ball movement really well across the wing. As soon as they get inside 50, though, there's always a turnover.
Yeah,
and that's what's stopping Hamley.
Because it narrows the ground if you're coming from that side all the time, and the Balaklava defence has covered the corridor really well.
Let's see if Balaklava can make him pay and potentially finish this game off.
This is Shepherd. Now, open forward line.
Don't want to give away a free kick or anything here. They don't want to leave uncontested either. And he says, "Give me the ball, and I will have my 30 seconds."
So Miller's worked really hard from the back flank to get this shot at goal, and he's noticed there's no man on the mark, and he's just gone and sent it. He saw the opportunity there with no one on the mark, and he's done two really good things in the last 5 minutes, and we've seen the best and the worst of him in probably this quarter, where he can really do some damage and offensively, but also turn it over because he's that sort of flamboyant type, Jake Stringer type operator. I'll give him that, but he's operating off the back flank at the moment. But we spoke about Hamley Bridge were moving the ball really fluently from defence, and they get it to about that half forward flank. Where do they go from out there, though? Like they're just too wide. They've got to find corridor football.
Do you think they should cut in ball?
They have to. They're not going to win the game moving the ball the way they are.
Great observation there, Les, as they get underway again from the middle. Hamley Bridge now with a big mountain to climb, but not as much time as what they would have liked.
Yeah, touched off the boot there, so a good tackle applied from Skeet Manuel. I really like the way he uses the ball off the back flank.
Hamley Bridge will stay in bottom spot at the end of this round.
Are they bottom?
Yeah, they've won 2 games this year, Hamley Bridge. So looking for a third today, coming in playing for Pride, but unfortunately couldn't get it done for the Bombers. But for Balaklava, it's a big win because Angle Vale, like we said, coming in from 5th, playing Hummocks Watchmen. That'll be the game that could shape the top 4.
Yeah, well, it surprises me that you said that they're bottom. They've got so much. There's so much good things going for them. And yeah, it's just that working. We've seen today inside 50. These are the McCabe's, and their link up's really good. What can they do with this one?
Okay, since inside 50, that was Edward. Now try and find a teammate. Is that a free kick for a hold? It is. So you want to take it quickly. You can't take it through, or you got to, but you got to make sure you get it through. You don't want to rush it and shank the kick. You need to just know that what you've got to do. Rosenwig, I'm sure he does. and you just got to kick it through.
Yeah, the big fella has to poke this through, but we saw he's got a much more attacking shot on goal, given where the ball came from, and they worked it through the corridor, but through a chain of handballs, and then McCabe's linked up really well, put it to a dangerous spot. I don't like the kick much, but through.
That's his first.
So it's completely different to how they had been moving it previously, where they've been going around the wing and picking their way through. There's corridor footy, and it's got them on the scoreboard. They have to be willing to take it on through the corridor to win the game. But terrific ball use. I mean, you know, they've earned that, and it's a handy blow. I mean, what is the margin now? Is it 23 or 33? 33. 33. So 5 goals. You know, we're about halfway through, just past halfway through this last quarter. So it's possible. It's still on the cards. If they can get the next 1 or 2, you got some belief.
They need 6 goals. 5 minutes till time on.
Shahinga didn't contest that ruck. Warner smacked it straight to him, and they've got the clearance.
If this can end in a mark for Hamley Bridge, it'll be massive. Couldn't quite hold on to it, McCabe.
It's a great spoil.
There's Edward McCabe, though. Gets a handball to a teammate. He gets it back to Henry. Henry, you know, there's too many numbers there for Balaklava, and eventually they rush it through.
Looks like Michael will work really hard from the midfield to get back there and cover this. Interesting what he does with the kicking. Will he go safe, or will he try and roll the dice and really kill off this challenge from Hamley Bridge, who have lifted, admittedly, in the last 10 minutes or so. They've been terrific.
There's been a lot of mistakes from fullback today. There's been a few along the ground. There's been a few turnovers just like that, but they want to make sure, Balaklava, that they don't let him through. They're handballing backwards to go forwards.
Hot spot.
Yeah, there's the opportunity. Great intercept mark taken by Lachlan Michael, the captain.
Yeah, so here in Ruiz have been absolute standouts for the Packers today. Michael predominantly with his work rate going back in defence, but Ruiz has worked through the middle of the ground and setting up forward attacks has been good as well.
Jason McFarlane with the football now.
Yeah, interesting. He's been playing in the back lines today. Usually one that's either on the wings or forward.
They'll kick it around the back a bit because they want to take some time off the clock, making sure that the Hamley Bridge miracle comeback is not possible.
So that's Batty that's worked all the way from half forward to get on the end of the view.
He's played well, Batty, as well. Now they can go in the middle of the ground. Fell over there, the Hamley Bridge midfielder.
Here we go, big contest now. Battle's out.
Battle.
Oh, the numbers everywhere here.
Over the top. If this goes through, you think it's all over. He's missed it.
he had a man all by himself. I think it was Pike. 25 out. Dixon, and he's missed the kick. The ones you either have to kick. Oh, there's a bad kick in.
Balaklava's 40-year premiership reunion. They're wearing their premiership Guernsey from 1985 this afternoon. They should be the winners for this game.
If you just go back to that shot at goal from Dixon, I mean, I like that he had the confidence to take it, but you've got that man on free. I think he'll look at the replay and go, gee, I should have just chipped it over the top.
Yeah, no, they might get another opportunity though, the Packers, because that's him holding the ball, call, free kick going the way to them.
Lorenzo Johns. So Lorenzo's Laurie. He's played a fair bit of B grade footy this year, and this is his 3rd or 4th game playing A grade. He come across from Hamley, really earned his position, and he got the chance to impact the contest again.
He's not.
That's a B grade kick.
He's not kicked it very accurately, and it's I think he's hit out. It's most been touched over the boundary line, so it didn't make the distance, didn't score. Still a threat though in that attacking 50 though, Balaklava. We will see if they can get it through. Boot to ball now, and this time a behind from Lorenzo Johns. So Hamley Bridge, we know what they like to do. They like to go down that outer side.
Let's see if they can try and get it through the corridor. Let's see what they do.
I think this time they're going to go through this side of the ground. The kick must work. The kick hasn't.
It's 2 in a row that he's picked off Miller.
Is that 25? No.
Nah, I think Miller looking for a 25, but he's not going to get it. Now he's a thinker, Miller. He'll be crafting in his mind something.
Miller sends a high ball. No.
Good mark. Now they got opportunity to reload. Here we go.
No one from Balaklava could get a hand on it, so it was a mark. Now here's Tom Judd. Judd just got it to a teammate. He just kept it in play. Hamley Bridge coming down this side of the ground this time. Couldn't quite hold on to the mark. There was Furley, who's played really well today, and the ball will be the umpires.
So they've got a spare one deep here. Number 36 for Hamley, Delena, is out. He's by himself. If they get a quick clearance, Olsen's working really hard to get back there.
Handball over his head. They're trying to get a handball away. There was Shahinga. Now they can go. Hamley Bridge. Is he going to find a teammate?
Judd's usually very reliable when he's left, and he's not happy with himself there, and understandably so. He's usually a really, really good ball user, but disappointed with that effort.
Fairlight probably been one of their best players, Hamley Bridge, today. He's played well, unfortunately couldn't. And Redden as well with the 4 goals. Look, almost cut the ball out of his reach from Arthur. Arthur just gets the tackle, gets the handball away. Oh, that could have been high contact. He has paid it, and now it's on again here. And he wasn't happy with the head hit. I don't think he meant any bad intention.
Yeah, it was just the falling to the ground and just a bit of a careless sort of
battle. Finds a teammate, and if he had any doubts,
looks like Pike has taken the mark, and this could seal it. Yeah, and it was a bit haphazard the way they sort of they turned that around. You're right. The kick into Arthur with the player bearing down on him was a hot one. And the subsequent sort of chain of handballs that got it out of there, leading to that free kick. This is Pike lining up,
and Jack Pike now going for his first of the afternoon. And if there was any doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed as Balaklava headed out to a 40-point lead here, and they've shown how they can play when they are on. It'll be their 4th win at home this season. They've played 6, they've won 3 and lost 3, so they'll now go 4 and 3 at home. Hamley Bridge is still yet to win a game on the road. They've lost all 6 they've played. Unfortunately for the Bombers, it's looking like a bottom place finish, unless they can jump over United later on in the season, who are just 1 point ahead of them with the draw that they had with Malala. So, speaking of the competition, 7th United, Malala 2nd, they both had a draw. It just proves how close it can be sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah. Any team on the day.
And Hamley Bridge really could have had something today, but unfortunately they couldn't. Yeah, they can keep going here. The Bombers, Henry McCabe, is played on there from the mark. He
gave the handball to the outside to a player who had no momentum, and it's really stifled this forward movement. Now it might work out in the end. It was just not what they want to be doing. Is giving that handball to the outside to a player who's stationary.
Yeah, rush kick there from Zach Fairlife.
You saw how it stunted the whole thing. Stunted because of that handball, and he's trying to do the right thing and put speed on the ball, but it's on the wrong side of the ground to a player who had less opportunity than he did with the ball in hand.
They've had their chances, both teams, especially Balaklava, who've kicked 28 scoring shots today to 18 to Hamley Bridge. So 40-point leaders, high footy inside 50 for the Bombers. Is there a consolation prize? Fisted away from Hamley Bridge from Jacob Battle. A little bit of body contact comes.
Really good early body work. That was Judd, yeah, and he's done 2 or 3 really good things in the last couple of minutes. So engaged the body early, didn't give away a free kick, and used his height to his advantage. Great mark.
Hamley Bridge, another inside 50 entry, and the same thing keeps happening here. They keep getting a turnover and a stoppage.
Yeah, Ruiz has worked hard from defence to intercept that, and he's been tackled, but I think fairly.
So 23 minutes gone here in the final term. 40 points up, the Peckers. And they'll be taking this one home for their 7th win of the season. Could be relying on Angle Vale to beat Hummocks Watchmen, even though they are equal in points, because they'll go a game behind Hummocks if they win this one. Balaklava. Now, a high footy, is it going through? It is.
Yeah, that's the left foot we know. So we saw him miss the target earlier, and he wasn't happy with himself, but well and truly redeemed himself there. I think he's the captain, Judd?
Yeah, Angus Judd is the captain of the Bombers.
Really polished finish. Yeah, and just reward for effort there. They've What did they kick this quarter? 4 goals?
This quarter, 4 goals to 2 to the Packers, 3 goals, 3. So
Yep. So so won the quarter as well. So as a coaching group and a playing group, you look for these small victories in games that have otherwise lost. The effort's still been there. Next week, and I'm not sure who they've got next week. You've got the draw there, I think.
Yeah.
But you've got to look at this and go, and hopefully they do review the footage and go, okay, yeah, we've got some areas that we can work on for sure. But this is a top 4 team they've come up against, and they've won portions of the contest. They just need to do it for longer.
As you mentioned, Les. So next week, Balaklava will have Angle Vale away from home. That'll be a big game in the context of the season. If they can win that, they will go a game off, or 2 games off, depending what happens in that Hamley game. For the Bombers, they'll have the second place at Malala at home at Hamley Bridge Oval. So see what both teams can do next week. Should be a good game between Balaklava and Angle Vale. They can get another goal here. Hello, Hamley Bridge, but what a tackle late, holding the ball. And I think that's Joe Miller. No, it's not, sorry.
It's McFarlane. Here's Miller here. Yeah, terrific tackle. I like McCabe, having a go and trying to roll the dice there. I don't mind that at all.
Just got a hand to it, Skip Manuel, but he couldn't quite get a clean possession of the football. Now they're calling for the footy from Tom Judd.
A bit untidy with the handball back to the big fella.
It's a ball up. They want to hold on the ball, but they didn't quite get it.
Now it looked like Batty was down behind the play prior. I'm not sure he's getting his way to the contest now, so he looks okay. But just McCabe going streaming inside 50 and taking the game on. You've got nothing to lose there. That's fine.
Tap down.
Here he is again.
We'll keep going. Hamley Bridge, a bit late though. Handball from Henry McCabe. Did really well to evade the man. That's a good tackle. Just got the handball away in time before the umpire could have pinged him for holding the ball. It's close to the boundary line now. Look at this. Running for the football, trying to keep it in play. A lot of players scrambling for it. Great effort from Angus Judd, the skipper. And now it's going to be in the back free kick, and he's not happy with it. And there's treatment's going to reverse it. And right in front of us here, he's not going to be very happy with that. As they just pushed him over, as right in front of us too. The umpire telling him to leave it. And the reversed it for pushing him over. So
Olsen lives for that sort of thing. He's a serial pest.
So the reversal now is a downfield free kick.
There's a bit of passion, a bit of heat here.
Yeah, it's going on in the middle of the ground there. So it might be on in a second, depending what's going on.
Yeah, some calls being lost here.
I think there might be a 25-metre penalty. I'm not sure what's been paid. The umpire's telling him to separate. I'm trying to get a better look.
Yeah, I think it's going to be down the field and a shot at goal and some calls being lost. And it's like that. The contest is hot. It's heated. Olsen wasn't happy with the free kick he gave away, and then subsequently drew a reaction from the responding Hamley player. Yeah. And that's led to that ultimately with John's popping that one through. Some discipline issues, but nothing much in it.
Yeah, so there was two players right in front of us scrambling for the football. Judd was, getting in there. I think he got a knee to the head accidentally, and he didn't like it, and then he pushed him over, and then it got reversed, and then there was kick down, something happened downfield, and something happened in the middle of the field. There's a lot going on.
There was a lot going on. It's been a long day, and look, there's more going on.
There's another whistle. I'm not sure what it is for. There might be a free kick in the middle of the ground. I think it's going to the Bombers this time, because everyone's pushing towards their attacking.
Oh, it's 25 as well.
So like we said, there's a lot happening here.
What is going on, Pete?
At Balaklava Oval. And a goal has led to a kick inside 50 for the Bombers already. So, a lot of stuff happening. Holding the ball, free kick as well. So
this game's come to life all of a sudden.
40-point margin to the Packers. I think it's a Bomber free.
Yeah, I think so. I think holding the ball. Player exiting defence for the Packers, and Rosenzweig's laid the tackle.
To the viewers at home, it is really hard to determine what is going on out here at the moment, but Rosenzweig with the opportunity to kick his second. He's played a lot of ruck today, and
he's popped it through.
He's popped it through on the final sign. It's been a day to forget for the Bombers. They finish off with the Packers defeating them by 34 points Balaklava, 13 goals, 16.94 to Hamley Bridge, 8 goals, 12.60. Inaccurate between both sides throughout parts of the game. You know, Hamley Bridge made it look a bit more accurate. They had 3.10 at three-quarter time. They finished with 8.12. So, as at some points during the game, both teams were a bit inaccurate. Balaklava will take the win and remain in 4th spot, unless Anglevale had a really massive win to get 3%, which is highly unlikely. But yeah, they played well today, the Packers. They deserved the win. There was a few moments where Hamley Bridge, especially early in the game, were competitive, and they never hit the front all day, though, and the Packers, right from the bounce, have always been in front of the scoreboard. What was your take on it, Les?
Yeah, look, if you're going staying with Hamley Bridge, you look at the positives. Redden hit the scoreboard plenty. Rosenzweig was competitive, fairly great option up forward, and and if they could tidy up the way they brought the ball inside 50 in that last portion of the contest, maybe they hit the scoreboard a bit more as well, and they won the last quarter on the scoreboard as well. So there's some positives to work there and work with. Conversely, Balaklava, just a polished performance. Moss coming back from injury, getting 3 or 4 goals, 3 I think he was. Batty's work rate off half forward. The midfield work of Ruiz and Lockie Michael was impressive as well. And defensively they stuck on to their task. Love the battle between Shahinga and Warner, young Warner 19 against the veteran in Shahinga. That was a great contest in the ruck. Overall, look, I wasn't displeased with the contest. I think there was some good quality play, and it's something to take some momentum into next week against Anglevale.
I'll let you read the goal kickers here, Les, as I'm going to go down and give the best player award. Before we do that, what do we reckon here from the Ruiz? He reckons, I probably agree with that. Chad Ruiz, the recipient would be of the Archies today. He's been their best player, and a Dartfish beanie as well.
Yeah, so the goal kickers, final goal kickers for Balaklava, 3 goals to Moss. He was dangerous, and he probably influenced the contest more than the 3 goals would suggest. Jared Miller getting from defence forward, he got 2. Lorenzo Johns impacting the scoreboard well after a couple of stints in the B grade earlier in the year, getting 2 goals. Bailey Arthur with 1 really classy finish. Jacob Battle found plenty of it across the wing. He got 1. Fletcher, O'Leary Fletcher, getting from defence and got a 25-metre penalty after a intercept mark. He got 1 as well. Chad Ruiz with 1 and James Batty with 1. Did a lot of great work across as a high half forward. Over at Hamley Bridge, Zach Fairley with 1. Austin Redden with 4. And 2 to Josh Rosenzweig, the big fella from playing out of the goal square. Loved Redden's work. He plays very similar game to Zach Fairley. Zach Fairley probably could have got a few more. His work was terrific. Love Skeet Manuel's game from defence. His work off halfback was terrific as well. For going through, I love the McCabe's work in around the contest. Henry and Edward pretty much being the main influences around that contest. Tom Judd off the back flank, influential at times, 1 out. Conversely, Timmy Zavro off the back flank for Balaklava, liked his work as well. We throw down
I'm here with Chad Ruiz.
Chad Ruiz, he is our best player of today. Congratulations, Chad, the vice skipper of Balaklava. I'll present to you a Dartfish Filming Footy beanie.
Thanks, mate.
And a pair of Archies. I'm sure we'll have your size in the truck.
Thank you.
Obviously, wearing the reunion jumper today from your 40 years
Yep.
of Balaklava's 1985 premiership.
That's right, yeah.
I'm sure you've talked about it before in the club, and I'm sure you would have done them proud today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to get the win for those blokes and just show a good response. Our last few weeks have been poor, so it's good to get the win today and keep our finals hopes alive. And the boys put on a pretty good game today. It's a good all-round game, and pretty happy. So and Hamley Bridge were pretty good. They brought it to us and brought the pressure and play a pretty similar game style as what we do. So it was a good hard-fought game. So
You sit in 4th spot at the moment. Anglevale in 5th, just behind on percentage.
Yep.
There's obviously a push to get into that top 3. I know Hummock's Watchmen are above you by 3 points.
Yep.
As a group, you obviously have that belief to keep going and push for that top 3, potentially 2 finish as well, because you're only 3 points behind Malala.
Yeah, absolutely. We've always been a team that seems to finish third or fourth, and we know when we can get to finals we can do some damage. So for us it's just about building momentum the right time of the year and just getting the process right and competing hard and bring a contested game. And when we bring that, things seem to click. And when we throw the hands around and get some overlap run like we did today, it sort of all comes together. And yeah, it's good. It was a good all-round performance. So yeah, the boys played well. And yeah.
Well, good luck for next weekend this season. Congratulations, Chad.
Thanks, mate.
And thank you again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Chad Ruiz, the best player today, receiving the Archies and the Filming Footy beanie from Balaklava, the vice captain. Thank you for watching our stream today. Round 13 action of the Adelaide Plains Football League between Balaklava and Hamley Bridge. Your final result here, Balaklava 13 goals 16.94 to Hamley Bridge 8 goals 12.60. Between the game there was Balaklava, they had a few chances early. Hamley Bridge fought back. Balaklava got it out to a 41-point lead at one stage. Hamley Bridge, we thought they might have came back, but unfortunately for the Bombers, the Peckers just kicked away. A bit inaccurate from both sides, but the Peckers eventually coming out as 34-point winners. I've been Peter Georginas, your main commentator for today. Joining me was Les up in the box. Really well called by him as well. We'll see you next week for more action on Filming Footy. Thank you for tuning in. That's all from me. Have a good night and goodbye.